Hey everybody, actor-artist Matthew Atchley here, and I'm here doing another instructional how-to draw video for you guys. And in the meantime, while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and premiere a sneak preview of one of my brand new drawings that I'm doing. And if you couldn't guess, we're doing Star Wars today. And this is one of my favorites, Empire Strikes Back. This is one of my favorite scenes from the trilogy. There's only one true trilogy. And everybody has always done this piece where Luke and Darth Vader are silhouetted, where they're completely blacked out in black. I'm going through there and trying to make them look completely realistic. So, it might work, it might not. But what we're going to work on today is trying to make, like, bars that are flat here, make them look real and round. So, without further ado, I will turn around as my human tripod does nothing but film me.
Excuse me?
Never mind. So, first thing we're going to do, I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to start off with maybe a 4B. And I'm just going to go ahead and start putting a light layer on here. And I'm going to go to about halfway up on the first bar, so that the first half of it is going to be light. This is going to be important whenever you're trying to do your highlights. So I'm just putting a nice little layer on here. And again, this is a 4B that I'm using right here. I'm going through here and I'm getting all these little white areas that I've missed. And when I've got about half of that shaded in, I am going to get one of my blending sticks. And like I said, you can get these at Walmart or, other art supply places. And they come with little tips on them, which are perfect for little details like this. And I'm just going to do little circular motions. And I'm just going to start blending that in. And if you'll notice, since I didn't add any graphite to the top of that bar, to the top half, it's automatically giving me a little bit of a highlight already. And I'm just doing little circles so that it has texture. Takes a little time to get used to, but it really does the job really, really, really well. And once I get that blended across there, I'm going to go right along that bottom line and make sure I get every one of those little white details covered up by the graphite. So it almost starts making a shadow. Whenever you're doing this, you always work in degrees of darkness and light. And since I used a 4B on this first layer, I'm going to go back with a 6B and start doing some shadow work on it. I always try to do like 2 increments up or down just to try to give it a good, separation from the first pencil, how dark it was. So I'm going to go and I'm just going to do the little bottom area close to the bottom line of the bar. And as you can see, it's already a little bit darker than that first shade. It's about 2 stages darker. It's a 6B. And again, I'm going to go make sure that all these little white areas at the bottom are going to be completely covered in this new graphite. And then I'm going to go back with my blending stick. And I'm going to blend that in. When you're dealing with stuff like this, it's just layer upon layer upon layer. That's all it is. And again, I'm just doing small circles to blend that in. And as you can see, it has already a natural little texture going on. Okay, now that I've got my first two layers on there, I'm going to go as dark as, well, I'm going to go a little bit more dark, and I'm going to use a 9B, and I'm going to hit that very bottom, the very, very, very bottom of that bar, where the shadow will be, where there wouldn't be any light. And I'm just going to do a little line of that 9B just along the very bottom of the bar to give it a nice shadow effect. And it also starts to give it, you know, a sense of weight. And this is a nice even layer of graphite on all these layers. I'm not digging into the paper. I'm not going at it really tough or really hard. I'm going at it very, very easy and even. From here, I'm going to go back and I'm going to blend that bottom area in. So now it looks like you have a shadow area going on at the bottom of your bar. From here, I will take my, my little eraser that's usually on a mechanical pencil, and I'll go in here and I'll just clean up around that line. For two reasons. Number one, my OCD, it makes me want to do this every time just to clean up where I'm working. And number two, it allows me to see exactly how much variance is going on in the drawing. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to use the eraser and I'm going to just kind of glide across the top here to add some highlights. And then I'm going to go back and blend some more. The final step is taking your pencil, and I'm going to go with the dark one I have here, a 6B that has a better point on there, and I'm just going to do one line right along the bottom. I'm going to outline that bottom in black so it will finalize that shadow. Then I'm going to go in here and of course clean up a little bit like I always do. And sharpen that line underneath the bar so it looks nice and straight and metal as it should. And see? As you can see, it's starting to look already a lot more realistic. And as I said before, it's just layers. So if you don't think that your bottom of your bar is dark enough, go back with another layer of something darker. You know, if this is a 9B, try a 10B or 11B. Just can go in here, make that darker, and blend it again. What you're shooting for is to have a light highlight, a medium, and then a dark shadow to show weight and to show a 3D effect. That's what you're shooting for. So these tools can be applied to any other piece. It just takes practice. So if you want to see more videos, please feel free to look through them. I've got several videos out there. You can go to all my social media and my videos through my website, which is artofmatthewatchley.com. And from there, you get to hook up with all my other stuff and all my new, announcements and TV show appearances and everything. You get plugged into all that from there. So I hope everybody's doing good. Stay safe out there. Have fun.